Maniacs got some interesting news. We got some more, I guess, confirmation of what's going to be going on with the Gundam live action movie with Jim Mickle directing and Sydney Sweeney starring. Let's listen to this, and I'm going to mute myself so we could just listen, and then I can talk about it.
I mean, is that because you're starting a new project now, right?
Yep.
Is it a film?
It's a film. Yep. It's a big film with Legendary called Gundam, based on the Japanese anime.
Oh, no way.
So it's a much bigger, much bigger world, much bigger movie.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so it's all finding that same thing now, where you're going in and going, all right, we're sort of back to those questions. What's
Right.
what are the frames, what are the style, how are we getting into all that? So I'm just finding myself in the middle of that now, which is fun. It's invigorating. It's really fun.
Have you cast it and everything?
Yeah. Sydney Sweeney is going to be
Oh, wow.
in it, and then and then we're still we're just now kind of continuing the cast search, but she was the first. She was the first one. Really excited about that. Really excited about her.
That's so cool. You're going to be awesome at that.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
wait. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very different movie. It's so funny. I mean, there's so many similarities and all that, but and there's so many things that sort of carry through there, but then there's so many things that are also like, man, there's just a completely different movie. And there's a real fun to that of just going like, all right, what does this look like now? What is my voice? What do those decisions look like when we get into this kind of a movie versus, Cold in July, or We Are, or Stake Land, or Happen Leonard.
That's funny. This is a whole different bond, because this is
Mhm.
property that's existed. Like, so
Yeah,
there's
45
already
years.
there's a style that's
Yeah.
been kind
Yeah.
of put
Well, it's the
across.
first.
So
It's
how do
the
you deal
first
with that?
live action. It's the first live action movie that's been done. It's always been 2D animation, and then they did Requiem for Vengeance was a series that they did on Netflix last year that was kind of 3D, more photoreal. So that was probably the closest it's gotten into sort of the sort of cinematic naturalistic look. So yeah, I mean, that's a question that we're sort of breaking into right now,
Wow,
and
cool.
sort of uncovering, which is really
Yeah.
fun. Really fun to get into, and really cool questions to think about how to pull that stuff off. And it's also fun to be thinking about a movie that is going to be seen on like a massive screen, and so much of my stuff, I kind of make to be intended for that, and then it winds up that 99% of the people that watch it, are watching it on television, which is great. I watch a lot of stuff
Sure.
on I have a nice big screen TV, and so a lot of stuff happens there. But it's also really fun to be thinking about, like, man, this is
Right.
something that will be seen in massive screens around the world. This is like a whole nother canvas. So that's been really fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
what
Thank
an
you.
exciting. I mean, that you're going to be so good at that, and
Oh,
it's going to be
thanks.
such a great take.
I'll remember that on set when we're having days of like, what are
That's
we
right.
doing? Like, Joe
They're
said it
like,
would be good at this.
just tell everyone, listen, Joe
Yeah.
said everything's fine.
Joe said we're good. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, man, I won't take.
All right. Wow, that was a lot of cool information, because really we've kind of been kept in the dark as Gundam fans in terms of what's going on with the movie. In terms of confirmation from sources, this is the closest to a credible source. The director himself, Sydney Sweeney, is in it. I love how he talked about how to frame it, and I'm thinking frames of animation. Like the idea originally was to kind of make this close to the original Gundam. If that's the case, still we don't know that stuff. But anyway, I'm just so glad I found this because the live action movie is the most exciting thing for me to come out of Gundam, and it's why I made this channel. Stay tuned to this channel for more news of the Gundam live action movie, because as soon as I find it, I'm going to be sharing the news just like this. I haven't seen this anywhere else, but I've been hunting for it. So all heading out. That was fun. We'll talk later. See you.